Hello guys, it's me, Rhino, and as you can see, I'm on vacations, or I was. It didn't occur to me to bring a microphone, but I brought these 3 wonderful party games in my luggage. Vacations are hard because you can't really bring with you your entire library of board games, so you gotta pick them carefully. And also cater for the different types of people in your group. Let's see who these 3 games are best for. Wavelength is a great getting to know each other board game. There's one team going against the other team, and the idea is to try to be in the same wavelength with your teammates. You can explain it in 1 minute, and it's so easy to start playing, even if someone claims they're not into board games. In Wavelength, the idea is to give a clue that will help your team locate where exactly the target lies within the covered spectrum. The topic for the round shows the 2 extremes of the spectrum. Then one player randomly rotates the target, and they're the only one who sees where exactly the target lands within the spectrum. They close back the slider and they give 1 clue to their team that will help them locate the position of the target between the 2 extremes so that they get as many points as possible. So it's important to have an idea of what could lie in the extremes of the spectrum to think about your clue. The players of that team discuss about the clue, while the person who gave the clue tries to keep a straight poker face all the way through, and the team finally lands on a guess. The opponent team has an opportunity to score 1 point as well if they can guess whether the center of the target, so the 4 points, is on the left or on the right of the guessed point of the spectrum given by the other team. And the revelation time comes giving the points guessed or not. This is the first time I took Wavelength with me on vacations, and it was the right choice. But this game shines even more when you play it with a lot of people, like having 2 big teams of like 3 or 4 people each, ready to talk about anything. Detective Club is essentially what would come out if Dixit and Spyfall had sex. One player starts and thinks of a topic or title and writes it down on those pads except for 1. These pads are secretly but randomly given to the players, which means that everybody knows a topic except for 1 person, the conspirator. Then each person chooses and places 2 cards from their hand in front of them that they think match this topic. On top of that, each player in player order explains, without conveying what the topic is, why they chose those cards and how they fit the topic. This all sounds lovely, apart from the experience of the conspirator who doesn't know what the rest are talking about and has to come up with convincing crap on the spot to throw off the others and to make them think he knows what he's talking about. At the end of the round, everyone votes for the person they think is the conspirator, and points are given for the right answers, and in case the conspirator took only 1 or no votes at all, the conspirator and the player who wrote the topic, they're rewarded with points. I'm usually pretty bad at this game because I can't lie to save my life, but I still love playing Detective Club. And last, we've got a cooperative game this time. In just one, you got 12 cards on the side and you try to guess as many of those as possible together as a team. The tricky part is that you give only 1 word as a clue, and with that word you want to make the guesser guess the target word, which is a random word from the ones on the card. But if you write the most obvious thing, you run the risk of writing the same clue as your teammates, in which case both clues are eliminated and the guesser has to make a guess based only on the remaining clues. so you gotta take into account your teammates' way of thinking so to avoid giving the same clue. It's just simple, restrictive, and loads of fun. So these were the games I brought with me this summer. There's only a teeny tiny issue of space. It's not very practical to bring a lot of boxes with you on vacation, so maybe you can save some space by combining them together this way. I know some gamers might freak out by sand touching their games or boxes fitting more components than they're made to, but for me, summer and games are all about being carefree and having fun. If you want more ideas for summer games to bring on vacation, or if you just want to check out some more Greek islands, you can check out my last year's summer video.